hear the first part. Man, I feel like a woman. Let's get going, ladies. All right, guys, we got a great class today. We are going to rip it up today. So let's get ready. We're going to be working zone 3, 4, and 5 today. We're going to be doing some series of climbs, a series of hard and moderate work, and we've got a little bit of RPM work today. Right now, I want your cadence to be anywhere between 75 and 95. And I want you to add a little bit of resistance, so maybe a gear or two. I'm just going to turn on my screen so I get to see you guys. Nice job. So let's take a nice big deep breath, soften the shoulders, get ourselves ready. So today's class, we're going to be going right into a zone 4 effort right to start. So we're going to be really building up our heart rate pretty quickly, going into a nice standing climb for about 2 minutes after this song. So we get nice and warmed up here. Really try to make sure your body's nice and settled. Shoulders are down. Elbows are soft. We've got some great music on this playlist. It is by far one of my favorites. The best thing about... All right. Now, we want to make sure that the knees, hips, and ankles are aligned. Shoulders are square. Clavicles are wide. Hands are gripping onto the handlebars, but you're not squeezing them. Now, as we're going to go into some heavy efforts today, we're going to be really conscious of what we're doing in our shoulders here. We're not trying to tighten. We really want to stay nice and fluid through the upper body. And I want you to lead your ride today with your heart. And what I mean by that is you want to stay lifted through the sternum. You want to stay long through the spine. All right, in about less than 15 seconds, we're going to go right into a standing climb. We are going to add, to start, 4 above our flat. We're going up to 6. In 3, 2, 1. Dial up that resistance. Come right on up. Top of the handlebars, shift your hips back. Get the tip of that saddle just kind of hitting the tailbone. Bring the knees up. So this is the deal. I hope you don't have people in your house that can hear you. If you do, it's okay. Let them hear you. But if you don't, I want you to belt this out, okay? Any song you feel you need to let go of, and you want to sing it out, I give you permission. And you know this is one of them. All right. So we're going to add another gear here. I want you to keep your cadence anywhere between 60 and 75. I want you to feel those working. And we're going to add resistance. We're going to go up. We're going to start feeling the demand in the breath, demand in the muscles. So dial up that resistance. Add one more gear. Now our minimum of cadence is 60 here. Now you might feel an initial spike of the heart rate. That's okay. Get it right under control. Kisses. We got one more resistance add-on. Keep the breath fluid. I want you to see about pushing through the ball of your foot here. Here we go. Add on that last gear. 6 above your flat. Here we go. If you want to belt it out, go for it. You got it. Woo! Come on. That's it, guys. You've got it. Stay with me. Beautiful. Alrighty, take it back down into the saddle. Drop your resistance to flat road. Woo! Immediately feel that demand in my breath. Okay, she said hello already. So this is the deal with this song. Every time she says hello, we add a little bit of resistance. She says it a lot. Cadence, minimum 60. When you can't hold 60 anymore, don't add any more. Here we go. Tweak your resistance. Add a little. You're from your flat road. So I just want you to ride. As you keep adding, cadence is eventually going to start slowing down. It's going to start feeling really hard to push those pedals. Minimum of 60. Get ready. Here we go. Add another gear or tweak your resistance. Feel supported through your torso. Press the heel of your hand into the handlebars. Shift your tailbone back. Tuck your tail slightly under. Here we go. Add a little bit more. So on your Kaisers, there are gears between gears. You've probably heard me say this before. So you don't have to go up a full gear, but you want to tweak a little bit so you can feel a little bit more demand. We're progressively building up this hill. So if you are going up a full gear, just know you don't have to. Here we go. Tweak it again. So here, great opportunity to be working on efficiency and pedal stroke. You want to feel the pressure in both legs. You want to keep the feet moving like you're swiping gum off the sole of your shoe. Here we go. Let's add another one. So we're tweaking that resistance each time she says hello. Keep going. Here we go. Tweak it again. Now maybe things are getting hairy here. We're feeling that pressure in the legs. Stay with it. There's one thing I know is that you two ladies are incredibly strong, and we're going to do this together. We are all strong here. Stay here. You've got it. Here we go. Almost there, guys. You've got it. Here we go. Now, if there's room here, maybe at this point you are just kissing 60 and you are fighting to hold that number. So that means you don't need to add any more. Come on. I am hovering between 61 and 62. Stay with me. We're going to drop it down to 3 above flat road in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down to 3 above. Pick your cadence up to 80. Here we go. Beautiful. Woo! Nice job, guys. All right, we got some RPM work. Right now, I want you to be at 80. 3 above, you should feel a nice little active recovery here. Now we're going to be working through some progressive RPM work. We're going to start off with 80, 3 above your flat road. Now, I want 80 to feel fluid, but I want to feel as if you have to work a little bit on an incline to hold the 80. Not fighting for it, you're just holding it with a little bit of pressure underneath the feet. So if that's 3 above your flat, or maybe 4, you kind of decide what works best for you. Good. Now we got about 40 seconds left here at 80. And I'm kind of finding this 80 that's uncomfortably comfortable. I gotta work for it. I'm not fighting quite for it, but I'm feeling it. Like it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So try to play around with your resistance a little bit on this one, because you might be a little higher than 3. You might be able to handle a little bit more resistance here. Good. In 5, we're going to slow our cadence down. And we're going to take our resistance off. So remember where your resistance is at right now. Now drop it down to flat road, easy riding. Oh, for 15. I'm not just sure what just happened, but I heard a huge bang upstairs. All right, hold it here. Beautiful. Now we're going to pick up our resistance back to where it was. Here we go. Dial up that resistance. And now we're going to pick it up to 80. And then from 80, we're going to 90. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. Hit your 90. Nice job. Beautiful. Now remember, if you're flying past 90, that just means you got to add more. We're done in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial back, flat road. Beautiful, easy riding here. 15 seconds. Now, if you went to 3 above flat road on that last effort, this next one you're going to go to 4. If you went to 4, I want you to pick up and go a little bit above 4. So maybe that little tweak of resistance more, okay? In 3, 2, 1, find 4 above your flat, get to 80. Now, I want you to make sure you have a little bit of extra resistance on here. We're going to 90 for 30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, to 90. You've got it. Beautiful. 15 seconds left here. Woo! Come on, come on. 10 seconds. Stay with me. In 3, 2, 1. Dial back to the flat road. Ride it out. Woo! All right. You know what's going to happen, right? We're going to go up again. Now, we're going to find 80. We're going to tweak that resistance. Maybe we're going to 5. From our 80, we're going to head towards 90. It's going to be a solid push. Might take us to a breathless effort. We got 30 seconds here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial up that resistance. Find your 80, about 5 above your flat here. So you are already pushing here to hold this 80. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick up that pace. Head towards 90. I know it's a solid push. Keep going. Good. 20 seconds. Come on, come on. Woo! You've got it. That's it, that's it, that's it. You've got it. 12 seconds to go. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial it back. 2 above your flat. Ride it out. Nice and easy. Whew. 2 above your flat. Grab some water. All right. Great job, guys. Super proud of you. Proud of us. All together, we got this. And you know what's amazing? I love the fact of knowing we are all doing this at the same time right now in our separate homes. It's amazing to me. Okay, so we're going to take it out of the saddle. We're going to go to a moderate effort, about 4 above your flat. We're going to go up to a hard effort, 6 or 7 above your flat. Back down to moderate, back up to hard. 4 different changes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moderate, 4 above flat road. Come on up out of the saddle. 60 to 80, anywhere in that range. Minimum of 60 on your resistance. All right, 5 seconds. Now, before you just add resistance specifically at 6 above, why don't you just add it? Don't get hung up with that. Add enough where you're fighting to hold 60. In 3, 2, 1. Add and keep adding. And I want it to feel like a steep hill here. I want you to think of this only as a 20-second spurt up the hill. You've got this. Woo! Come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial it back. 4 above. Stay here. We're going to go into the next song. We got one more hard push up the hill. Next one's 30 seconds long. In 3, 2, 1. Dial it up. Wherever you want to go with that resistance, 60 RPMs. You are just holding on to that. The solid push up the hill. Come on. 12 seconds in. We're almost there. Last 10. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial it back. Flat road. We're going to a descent here. Let your feet roll anywhere between 80 and 100. Ride it down the hill. Now, we are going to hit a plateau. So plateau, going to bring us into that zone 3 effort. You've got work underneath the feet, but you're not fighting for the effort. You're just steady state working. And we're going to hold that for the rest of the song. Then we're going into another climb, and then we're going to finish off with some sprints. So right now, flat road. In 10 seconds, we're going to hit a plateau. And a plateau isn't going to be easy because we're going to have some resistance on it. It's almost like a plateau with a slight incline. It's like a constant constant climb up the hill, but really nice and gradual. All right, here we go. I want you to start adding resistance where you're uncomfortable at 70. Don't even look at the number. Just keep adding till you get to that number of 70, 75. You got the push underneath the legs. You feel the effort in the breath, but you're in control of this, so you're not breathless. You know how you might go for a run or a long walk and you feel your legs when you get back, but you don't feel exhausted. You just feel like you've done work. That's what I want you to feel here. I want you to feel like you're working, but if you had to do this for an hour and a half to 2 hours, you'd be able to do it. Maybe even longer. Good job. Make sure you're not using your back here. Make sure your legs are doing all the work here. Beautiful, guys. Well done. All right, now we're not going to touch the resistance. We have 4 more minutes. We're going to be going uphill for a minute. We're going to ride downhill, flat road for 30. We're going to go back uphill for 60, back down for 30. Keep your resistance here, holding about 70, 75. You've got it. Beautiful, guys. Nice job. All right, now we're going to go into a 1-minute hill climb in the saddle. Our cadence is going to drop to 60. We're going to add enough resistance where 60 feels like you're fighting for it. You're going to have a 1-minute climb, then we're going to drop the resistance right down. We're going to sprint it out for 30. Then we repeat. So add enough resistance till you hit 60 here. Now this might take you to breathless here. Your legs are working hard. You might get to that point where you start hitting a bit of lactate acid here, where the legs start to not feel comfortable anymore. That's kind of what we're going for. Short and sweet. We'll wash it out with our sprint. No resistance. Then we'll repeat. All right, you're 20 seconds in. Make sure you got enough that you're holding 60 here. Watch that inner friend of your head, right? The inner voice is saying one thing, trying to convince our body to do another. Ignore it. You got 12 seconds left. We all have an inner voice. Keep going. 5 seconds, we're going to drop it down to a flat road. 3, 2, 1. Dial back. Good job. Let your feet ride. Try to pick up that cadence. Head past 80. This is, I know. I'll never forget, Kara, you might remember when we did this song, where we did a playlist and we pulled on Janet Jackson. And I think I made a comment like, it's okay guys, we've all danced in front of a mirror to this song. Carl piped up and said, not me. Nikki Hill piped up and said, who's Janet Jackson? Or who's the song? It was a very funny moment. I'll never forget that. All right, we're back up the hill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial up that resistance. Here we go. Now try to use that momentum from the sprint, translate it into your hill climb. I don't want you holding back on resistance here. We got this, ladies. Solid push through the ball of the foot, lift of the heel. Seize control. It's Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Nasty boy. You got it. 15 seconds in. 45 to go. Come on. Now it's really easy to go into your low back here, guys. Make sure the work is coming from your legs. Last 10. We're gonna sprint it out in 6, 5, 4, come on. 3, 2, 1, dial back, let's go. Pick it up. Now we've got one more left. The next one's gonna take us to the end of the song. Make sure you grab water here. Make sure you towel off. right, in 5, get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1, dial it up. We're gonna be short and sweet here. Keep going. Good, 10 seconds, stay here. Come on. Then we're gonna go into our sprints, into a bit of a standing jog. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial down that resistance. 2 above your flat. Pick up that cadence. Whew. Even though we're sprinting, it kind of feels like a recovery because we're not climbing. Good job, guys. Now, get ready. We're gonna go to a minimum of 4 above our flat. We're gonna hold 70 out of the saddle into a standing jog. In 10. We're gonna be there for 30. We're gonna come back in the saddle. We're gonna sprint it out again. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial up that resistance. 4 above your flat. Here we go. Hands are at the base of the handlebars. Knees are coming up. You're trying to hit 70 here. So you gotta give it a little bit of that extra push, a little more power on the front end to give it that propulsion forward. Good, 15 seconds in, 15 to go. You got it. The locomotion. Come on. Last 8. Beautiful, last 3, 2, 1. Dial back in the saddle, drop your resistance. 2 above your flat, sprint it out. Here we go. You've got it. Beautiful, guys. 10 seconds left. We're gonna come up out of the saddle again. Short and sweet, we're almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your resistance 4 above, 70, 15 seconds here. Then we're gonna finish up with a sprint. Last 8. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Dial it back. 2 above. Find your 80 here. 80 plus. What did you say? You want to go to 90? Let's do it. Come on. Let's go to 90. All out. Sprint anything above 100. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are done. Woo! Nice job, guys. All right, let's bring our cycling to a halt. Take a look at your numbers. See how you did today. Well done, guys. Well done. High five. So proud of us. All right, now I want you to continue riding your bike. I want to stay on the bike for about a minute. Bring our heart rate down. Keep the blood moving through our body. We'll slowly transition off the bike and move into our HIIT portion of class. You're going to need, I don't know what kind of weights you guys have. So I want you to have a moderate weight and maybe a bit of a heavier weight. We're going to do some isometric holds. So we want to have something a little bit more challenging because we're not going to be lifting it, but just holding it. So if you have something, go ahead and grab that. I have to say, this ride always makes me happy. Always makes me happy. All right. Okay, now I'm going to get off the bike. I'm going to transition over. Ali, I know you probably need to transition down. Get yourself settled. When you're ready, make sure you grab some water in case you need it. And we'll get started right away. how we doing, guys? Ready to go? Yeah? How we doing, Allie? Ready to go? Thumbs up? Cool. All right, guys, let's go into some squats. Feet are hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. We're going to drop it down and lift for 45. Here we go. Down and lift. I want you to press in through the heels. I want you to keep the feet nice and flat on the floor. Back is long, down through the tailbone. Nice job. I want you to use the glutes here. Pull up through the knees into the quads as you lift down. Nice job. 20 seconds. As if we didn't have enough legs today, right? We got this. Keep going. 15. Yes. Now we're going to fire up our glutes a little more at the end in 10 seconds for some pulses. Get ready. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, lift and lower and pulse and pulse. Tiny. Woo! So I want the torso to stay lifted. The only thing that's hinging are your knees. You're dropping down, you're lifting. Using those quads, firing up even more. Good. You got 20 seconds. You got it. Go, go, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Beautiful. Grab your weights. We're going to go into some cross-body bicep curls. All right, so always try to find space between your legs so that there's nice and hip distance apart. Little bend of the knees. Shoulders are rolled back. You're lifted up through the belly. We're going to cross it in through center and then back down. And I want you to think about only the arms are moving in through center and back down. Nice job. You've got it. Fantastic, guys. Beautiful. We got 20 seconds left. We're almost there. Right into your midline. It's like you're almost like you want to nudge someone next to you with your elbow, like you want to kick them out. Good. You've got it. Nice job. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both hands down, alternating front lifts. 1, and then lift, and lift. Work in the deltoids. Beautiful. I still have my knees a little bent. It's like a micro bend in the knee, so I'm not locking any of my joints. Neither am I locking my elbow. I've got a little bend there. I'm really focusing on the lift through the shoulder, using my exhale, and my belly is pulled in so I can protect my back. Good job, guys. 12 seconds left. Almost there. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, you're almost there. 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to go into a bent over row. So you can choose if you want to stay with that weight or you want to change it up a little bit. So starting, I'm just going to show you a lateral view. Knees bend, we hinge forward. My bum is not kicking out, but it's just kind of lengthened along with the rest of my spine. Back is pulled up, shoulders are on. We're going to inhale, exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. Lift and lower. Now think about drawing your shoulder blades together, tucking your elbows in a little bit as you kind of come up, just to add that little bit of that squeeze through the traps here. Belly is pulled in. Nice job, guys. Whew. Good. Last 10 seconds, we're going to pick up our tempo just a little. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and lift. You've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it. 1, and rest. Good job. Beautiful. Take one weight, grab a little bit of a heavier weight. We're going to go into a goblet sumo squat. Grab some water. Okay, so goblet, I like to hold it so that the heel of my hand is resting underneath the wide part of the dumbbell. But if you prefer to hold it like this, that's also fine, okay? So I like to open up wide into my sumo squats. If that doesn't work for you, bring them in a little shorter. Your toes are angling out on an angle, and as you're going to come down, you want to think about opening up through the inner thighs. Tailbone comes down to the ground, and then squeeze up as you lift. Down and lift. There's a bit of a wrapping of the quad around the femur bone. So there's almost like this internal rotation as you press up and as you lengthen your body. So your legs are wrapping right around the bone, feeling really nice and strong here. Good. Beautiful. Past the halfway point. Nice job. Excellent. Beautiful. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring your feet in closer to center. Now we're going to go into lawnmowers. So feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. We're going to place one hand on our back. We're going to take our weight, reach it down towards the opposite leg, come up and row. Down and row. They kind of resemble wood chops, except there's a little row here as we pull up, just like you do on a lawnmower. Now I've got my legs lengthened, but if you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do so. Notice where you're pulling up from here. I want you to use your hamstrings and your glutes, not your back. So keep your belly pulled in. Nice job, guys. 20 seconds left. Beautiful. You've got it. Last 10. Woo. Excellent. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come all the way up. You're going to switch sides. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Left hand towards right leg or whatever you have. And here we go. Down and lift. And as you're lifting, you're using your hamstrings and your glutes to lift you up. And you're kind of rowing your hand in, your arm in. Good. Beautiful. 15 in. We got 30 to go. Nice job. Beautiful. Good. Last 15 seconds. You've got it, guys. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Beautiful. Take that weight, place it off to the side. We're going to go into some lat raises. So we're going to want to just watch what we're using for resistance here. This can feel like a really heavy lever because our hands are out so far. So try and find a moderate resistance. All right. Shoulders are pulled back. Slight little bend of the knee. And then we're going to exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. So the first 30 seconds, we're just going to lower and lift. And the last 15, we're going to do some little pulses. So we're going to be working those deltoids really nice. We're not going to get much rest at all. Good job. Beautiful. 10 seconds. Get ready. We're going to go right into our pulses. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms outstretched and lift. So you're lifting up, coming back to neutral. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. Great job. All right, we're going to go into some tricep kickbacks. So you might want to add a little bit of resistance here if you have some. So we're coming back into a bent over position. Feet are hip distance apart. We're just bending the knees, and then we'll hinge forward. Elbows are going to come back to the sides just like we did in our rows, but this time we're going to kick it back. Back and forward. Spine is long. One, this is all it takes. You've got it. 25 seconds to go. We're down 20 seconds already. Nice job. Last 10 seconds to go. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Well done, guys. All right, we're going to come down to the floor. Make sure you have some weights. We're going to go into a bridge with a chest press. I like to use heavier weights for chest, so if you've got something a little more challenging, go for it. We're quite strong in the upper body, so don't be shy to add a little bit of something. Now I'm going to come into a bridge, and that's just going to add a little different challenge. It's going to add a little bit of glutes in there. Now, it doesn't mean you have to. If it doesn't work for you, stay down on the ground with your knees bent and go into your chest presses from there. So lying down, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to have your weights on either side, easily accessible. And I want you to feel like your shoulders are really flat down onto the ground. You're going to grab your weights, and we're going to bring them up. And you're going to almost feel like the weight pulling your shoulder blades down to the ground. And then as we're going to bend, we're going to hover the elbows and then press up. Okay, here we go. Inhale to bend, exhale to press up. I didn't go into my bridge. Here we go, sorry. I talked about it, but I didn't do it. Good. But if you don't want to go into your bridge, don't feel like you have to. Just kind of compounding this exercise, adding another component to it. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take your weights, set them off to the side. If you're not in a bridge, I'd like you to come into one now without your weights. Press the feet down into the floor. We're going to come halfway down. We're going to press all the way up. Halfway down, all the way up. Halfway down, all the way up. So just notice if your knees are starting to angle out, like you're creating a bit of a V here. You want to be able to stay nice and supported through the legs and make sure everything's nicely aligned. Using the glutes to just squeeze up. Beautiful. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. That's it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you're ready, come all the way back down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Come into a flexed position like a cocoon. Now, guide the hands behind the head. Hold the position in towards your heart. Extend the right leg long. And then switch. Left leg long. Pull in through the low abs. Let the head rest into the hands. And switch. And reach. You've got it. Good. So I am going about a 45-degree angle. I'm just saying that because if I go down any further, it's almost like I automatically start going into my low back. So just make sure you're keeping your back nice and neutral here, and you're not creating this too much of an extreme arch in the low back. You're really feeling the pull in from the abs. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet down to the floor. Stay lifted. We're going to go into our chest lifts. Lift and then lower. And lower. And lower. You've got it. And lower. Each time we lift up into this flex position, we're trying to exhale, release, and find a deeper forward fold or a forward flexion. Coming from the lower abdominals, let the head feel heavy. Beautiful, guys. 12 seconds left. Then we're going to go into some little pulses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into a forward flexion and then little pulses for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Perfect. Well done, guys. All right, bringing our feet back down onto the floor. We're going to move into our chest lifts with rotations, and then we're going to move into some bicycles. So as we're ready, lengthen the back of the neck. We're going to lift and rotate right shoulder towards left leg, back through center, stay flexed, over to the other side, and switch. And switch, just turning on the obliques here. Good. All right, we've got about 7 seconds left. Then we're going to bring our feet up to tabletop and move right into our bicycles. You got it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet up. Almost there. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and rest. Beautiful. Alrighty. Keep your feet bent. You're going to take the right hand and you're going to reach it down onto the floor. I'm just shifting my weights over. So hand is going to hover. The right hand is hovering. Take the left hand and you're going to cradle it right underneath the crown. Chin is lifted. Shift our weight over to our right heel and then back through center. Shift, back through center. So the movement isn't coming from the shoulders. As you're coming into a gentle side bend, you're using the obliques to reach the hand down towards the ankle, not so much the movement of the shoulders. Beautiful. Keep going. You've got it. Good. Last 10 seconds. We're going to immediately go right onto the left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your right hand right behind the head. Reach the left hand long. And try to draw that awareness to my oblique. I'm pulling up through the opposite side to bring me back through center. And reach. And reach. Keep going. You've got it. Good job. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're almost there, and one. Beautiful. Rest your head down onto the floor. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give your low back a nice little stretch here. Beautiful. Now, we're going to come up to our tummy. We're going to finish off with a minute plank. We're going to vary our plank every 20 seconds. So the first round for 20 seconds is going to be isometric hold. Then we're going to do some step outs. Then we're going to finish off with some leg lifts. We'll walk our hands back to our feet and we'll roll ourselves up to standing. Alrighty? And then we'll do some stretches from there. So lying down on your tummy or coming onto your all fours, maybe that's probably better. Now you can choose to do this in a push-up plank position or on your forearms. It really depends on how your wrists feel. So if it feels better to be on your forearms, go ahead. If it feels okay to be pressure on your wrists, then go ahead and do that. All right, starting with our wrists underneath our shoulders, we're going to extend our right leg long, then our left. First 20 seconds, just an isometric hold. There's a little bit of pressure in the hands so that my shoulders are nice and supported. We're going to go into leg lifts in about 10 seconds. Leg lifts, you want to keep everything stable with the exception of the lift of the leg. So we're not arching the low back to help us lift the leg. In 3, 2, 1, lift and lower. I'm doing this with a really nice slow pace, really so I could focus on the posture and the movement without compromising or hindering my low back here. I really feel that squeeze right through my glute. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Step your right leg out. Back through center. Step your left. Back through center. Beautiful. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands towards your feet. You're going to find yourself in a forward fold. Open your feet wider than your hips. Let the crown of the head drip down to the floor. Give that whole back chain a nice little stretch. And then at your own perfect pace, begin to articulate up vertebrae by vertebrae, really stacking each of the vertebrae all the way up as we come right to standing. Also, nice way to just bring yourself up, not too quickly, just for sometimes blood pressure. All right, good job. Let's take a nice big deep inhale in. Grab hold of the left wrist, lean over to the right, give your left side body a nice little stretch. We did such a good job today, guys. I'm so proud of us. Well done. I'm so proud of you for coming and dedicating time and working so hard every single time. And come back through center. We're going to swim the hands behind us, externally rotate the shoulder, interlace the fingers, lift up through the heart, open up into a chest expansion. Beautiful. Reverse the hands, bring them all the way forward, interlace the fingers, press the hands away. And we're just finding a little bit of that opening through the back body. And then release. Beautiful. Take your right hand and reach down for your right foot. Plant your left foot down into the ground. We're going to do our quad stretch. If you want an added little challenge to balance, feel free to reach your left arm up and just feel that side body lengthening. Reaching down through the right knee and opening up through the quad, through the hip. And then as you're ready, release the right foot. You're going to kickstand the right heel into the floor, bend the left knee. Back is going to be long as you rest your hands on your knees. Back is long. Toes are lifted, and you're shifting a little bit back through the hip to give your hamstring a nice little stretch. And then as you're ready, press yourself up and come up to standing. We're going to grab hold of our left ankle or our left foot, give our left quad a little stretch. Feel free to take your right arm and reach up overhead if that feels appropriate or right. I think you want to watch for, sometimes there's this inadvertent lift of the arm and also lift of the rib cage. So you want to keep the rib cage down and the arm lengthened. And then as you're ready, swing your left leg all the way forward, heel into the ground, right knee bent, shift your hips back, back is long, toe to the sky. And then as you're ready, extend your body long, shake it out. Let's finish with one big deep breath in. Extend the arms up overhead, press the feet into the floor, bring the hands to your heart center, and give yourself a round of applause. We did such a good job today. Thank you so much for coming. My heart to yours. Have a wonderful afternoon. I hope to see you again this week.